Ooh, is that too windy? I don't know. That may be too windy. Can you hear me okay? Or is it too windy? Windy. Or is it windy? Okay, can you hear me? Is it too windy? That's what I worry about. It's a little wind out here. Hello, hi, my friend. Thank you. So, how's the wind? Can you hear me before I go? Go talk. I want to make sure that you can hear me. Okay, great. Well, I want to. There's a couple things. I see the unemployment figures are better than they thought it would be, which they're still down. I think they say now we're about 8.5% unemployed, but unemployed and underemployed is about 14%, and there's still like 20 or 30 million people, on unemployment. That's a lot of people. But actually, there's a new COVID grant now that is now in 45 states, or will be there soon. And that's the White House $300 grant for, actually, it looks like it may only be for 3 weeks. This is, what's at your unemployment office now. The old $600 they used to give out, well, now the White House found some money at FEMA and is going to give out $300. But they just have enough for about 3 weeks, 4 if they're lucky, and they hope to make a deal on the Hill before that. But the states have to sign in for this. So they have to go through a process, so it's not immediately available. I see we got a little windy problem. And so you have to be careful. You say, check with your state unemployment office, and you want to know about the new pandemic unemployment. See, every state has really 2 unemployments. One that their state finances, so the state government finances one of them, and the federal government finances another one. So that's why, when you applied for one in the past, make sure you're on the right one or both. Because one, the unemployment one, the pandemic one, I mean, that is more liberal. More people are covered by the pandemic unemployment money than they are on the regular unemployment money. And the states had a hell of a time trying to get their computers to work on the new system. So some states have it together, some states have it different. It's all screwed up and will be probably for another few years. So you gotta take the time to figure it out. If you don't, nobody's going to do it for you and say, okay, I figured it all out and here's your money. No, that ain't going to happen. That rarely happens. After you learn to walk and talk, you got to do a lot of shit yourself. And that never stops. People say, I'll do all that for you. That's why, there's people who charge you thousands of dollars for what I do. I said, no, I want to help you do it, and I'll show you where and how to do it. Sure, see, if I had to do it for you, I'd have to charge you hundreds or thousands of dollars. And that's silly, because if you do it for yourself, that's teaching a man to fish, isn't it? Instead of just serving him fish. So that's what life is all about. And we have to be more resilient and more self-sufficient in using the goddamn system. It ain't gonna change. You may try, and some people do and fight hard doing that, and they're the activists. God bless their soul. I thought of a thing today, thinking about how they're complaining about the activists who are destroying property. Well, I was thinking, what did the Tea Party do? Those activists were part of the Tea Party. Sometimes maybe you have to get people's attention. I don't know. That's a moral decision and what you think is right. But I think there are cases to be made on both sides. I mean, I don't approve of violence or ruining stuff. But boy, then I was thinking, boy, the Tea Party did that too. I mean, that maybe is in our DNA, especially if we had a king. So anyway, so you go to your state office and Ask them if they have it now. Have they applied? They're the two questions. If they have it now, yes, apply for it. And even if you don't think that you had a job and you're eligible for unemployment, ask about the pandemic unemployment. Okay, that's the unemployment you want. Because that'll pick you up on both. If you go just for the regular, you may not be good. And you may miss the good stuff, which is that extra. And they're talking about having more of that stuff. If Congress gets their act together, and the good news on unemployment today, maybe make it a little longer. But what's going on? Let's see, there's some data today I picked up in the paper. Some businesses are hiring, posting at the job search site, Indeed, the total job search site, Indeed, their increase, but they're still below 20% below the jobs that were available last year. Okay, so we're below. So last year at this time, there were 20% more jobs available on Indeed. And that's one of the good sides to do it. Also, hospitality sector, so tourism, sports, fitness, that's 40% below. So overall, we're 20% below in the hospitality sector, which are mostly the more low income kind of jobs. That's 40% below. So thinking that we recovered, I think, is way out of base. Okay, a recent survey from the National Federation of Independent Businesses, that's the small business people, found that 1 out of 5 small business owners said they would have to shut down if economic conditions don't improve in the next 6 months. So we're going to lose 20% of our small businesses. I've heard even 40% are due to close soon. But figures don't lie, but liars could figure, right? So always be skeptical. So, but as of Wednesday, 45% of states are getting a grant or have applied for a grant from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA. Of those 6 states, Arizona, Louisiana, Missouri, Montana, Tennessee, and Texas have started paying benefits. So you have 6 states paying benefits, 39 more states applied to be paying benefits. So that's an average of 45 states that will be paying benefits as soon as they get the final okay, from FEMA. So that's what that's all about. And what's happening too, and I'm going to do something I hope later today about the boom in COVID grants locally. Man, there is so much going on with COVID grants locally. That's where it is. And ways how you could search, because Google won't show you them and lets you know the tricks of using Google. And I'll put that onto I covered it before, but I'm going to show you about the new grants that are happening all the time, all over the country, and how to be alerted to that. So that's Google Alerts. I told you about before. I'm going to keep telling you until you throw up on the old Google and start using it the new way. And that's going to take a while. It's hard to change a habit. If you bite your nails, you're not going to fix that in 1 hour. It's going to take a lifetime to stop biting your nails, right? So that's right. It may take a lifetime to teach an old man new tricks. But look, I've learned some, and I keep learning. That's right. Just assume that what you know ain't worth it. And just go out there and start learning, because we don't know jack. Nobody does. So you might as well start learning from the scratch yourself and figure out how to put together a new life. There's new lives hanging out there. So forget about the old things that you thought worked and don't anymore. You got to start learning new. Cover your ass as much as you can, but still start learning new. It's going to be new, whether you like it or not. And that's what I do at Let's Go Help. Really try to teach people these news sources, what's going on out there, because it's very important. We all have to survive. We're living too long. Man, if I died 20 years ago like my grandparents, I wouldn't have to worry about this shit, right? But I'm living and may live 15, 20 more years, so I got to keep learning. You too.